Wonderful, 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 our wonderful viewer. We trust that you are still there and you are being blessed. Oh, this thing is becoming beautiful and lovely. We are talking about the role of a pastor. The role of a pastor. And we understanding that, as the scripture says, that it is God who called. And as we are going for break, Bishop Minor, we were seeing that there are pastors who operate in 3 dimensions. Yeah.
Called by man, called by God, and they're calling them calling themselves.
Those who say what they were doing is not bringing something, they think the work of a pastor is easy.
It is better.
Huh? How can we help them?
Now, maybe we start with the one that call themselves. When you call yourself, because of the assumption that you've made, you become frustrated. Because I tell you, when I was myself, maybe I can give an example of myself. I was working initially in the secular world. And when I was working for many years, I had a call in myself. And funny enough, what I did, because I thought I should not leave work before it is very clear that I'm called of God. I went to a very senior pastor who was working in Nairobi, in Nairobi Pentecostal Church. And I booked an appointment with him.
Yeah.
The former pastor, Pastor White. And he was very kind with me.
Yeah.
So I went to his office and I said to him, I am working in an organization. In fact, it was a parastatal. And I told him I'm feeling an inner calling within me to go into pastoral ministry. And I have no peace as I work. Now, this is what he told me. He told me, young man, ministry is not easy. Ministry cause for death. If you have an inner peace within you, if you feel that you have peace within you, then it means whatever you are going to face as you come out to go to ministry, you will have peace.
Wow.
But if you don't have peace in living what you're doing, stay
where you are
at the place of work you're doing. And I said, thank you very much. It took a little bit of more time. I mean, a little bit of time. But finally, after praying and praying, I left the office. Let me tell you, when I went to full-time pastoral ministry, if I had not heard from that man, I would have gone back to work.
Yeah.
It was not easy. One of the things that happened is my children, during every holiday, I was able to book a flight to go to Mombasa and have holiday. And one of the questions my daughter asked me, she told me, but Daddy, when you are working, ulikuwa unatupeleka holiday Mombasa. Kwani hii kanisa umeanza mambo ya kanisa? Mambo ya holiday ni kama iliisha, sasa hatuendi. Nikamwambia sasa, hii inaitwa huduma na ni tofauti. And before I adjusted to the reality of pastoral calling, it took a lot of time. It took a lot of convincing even my family. And therefore today I can start and say, God will never use anybody before he gives you an experience.
Wow.
We went through that experience. Somebody who was working and providing and doing everything in the house. I started to be helped by people around me. God will not allow me to sleep without food. And there were times that we would stay waiting for somebody to come. And I remember one time we waited until 10 o'clock. And I had a knock on the door. There was no food in the house. And somebody came in. And she said, hii chakula imeiva, na hii ni maziwa, nimeambiwa na Mungu nisikula nyinyi kabla mjakula. Sikuwajua. And we found food in the house. That confirmed that God had called me. Because there's no one time I slept without food. Though the challenge and the training and the process was not easy, I knew there is God in this.
So maybe God was beginning to teach you how to live by faith.
Wonderful.
And that's what we were saying, maybe even in this time of Corona, maybe it is a testing period.
That's true.
It's a time of trial.
That's true.
For even pastors themselves
Yes.
to live by faith.
To know
Because
to know
churches
themselves.
have been closed.
Yes.
I don't know whether your church was closed or it was only mine.
No, they are closed. They are closed.
But they just
And how have you been living, Bishop?
By faith.
By faith.
Through the word of God
Amen.
and the voice I had
Yeah.
that served me.
Mhm.
And God has been so faithful.
If you had not had the voice, maybe you would have gone.
I could have gone back to the business.
Mhm.
I could have gone back to look for a job
Mhm.
because it is not easy.
Or maybe already here in the panel, we have somebody who have already gone.
No,
We
God,
begin by repenter.
Bishop, God
There
has
are some
sustained.
things.
Actually, what I could say
Ah.
is that a pastor is someone whom God count upon. And a pastor is someone who has been chosen that he may show the world that the world can live
By faith.
because of God by faith. And for that reason, as my colleague Bishop Mine has said, I want to say that a called pastor, someone who has heard the voice of God, he is always there, ready to die for the flock. And God is so faithful to train you and to pass you through great and hard things, and then he makes sure he will never leave you. So, the called pastor who has been called by God is someone who can even risk that he may feed the flock. So, what I would like to say is that the pastors, those who call themselves, they have made the pastoral office to be abused and even to be mocked by even many people. Because hata wakati huu wa corona kuna watu wanauliza sasa washugaji wanafanya nini? Na wengine wanasema sasa washugaji wanalia kwa sababu kuna corona. Ningetaka niseme hivi. We don't live because of the way the world live. We live because we have a master who care for us. Remember one time there was a man who was called by God as a prophet. And this man, Elijah, he looked at the way the world was. And then he declared one day and said, there will be no rain until I will say. And the rain stopped for 3.5 years. And God took him to a place where there was a brook. And then he could order the eagles to bring food. The men and the pastors, those who are called by God, even if they are living in this world, God will never forsake them.
God can supply.
We live by faith.
We live
God
by
supply
faith.
for us.
Beautiful.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, we live by
Amen.
faith.
Amen.
God can supply.
Yes.
And now, Bishop Minor, coming back to the role of a pastor.
Yes.
Today,
Yes.
are pastors taking their role effectively?
Before maybe I answer that question, I think it's important to know what is the role of a pastor. When God called us, what is that he told us to go and do? And according to me, is that our major and fundamental role is to feed the flock.
To feed the flock?
To feed the flock.
Uh-huh.
When you are tending the flock, there are responsibilities. When you are guarding that flock, you put your life before them. I one time was involved in taking care of my father's sheep. And I had this responsibility that when I go to the forest and I call the name of the lead sheep, she would come and the others would follow him. And the Bible tells us that the sheep know their master.
The sheep know
Their
their
shepherd.
Yeah.
And the shepherd knows the sheep.
So the sheep, if you take care of them well, they will know your voice.
Wonderful.
They will
Yes.
follow you.
That's true.
And they will know even what their shepherd needs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's true.
And let me ask, are the sheep today knowing the shepherd well?
Whatever.
Oh, there are so many shepherds and they become confused. Ken.
Now, that's a very hard question, or that is a very hard to answer, because in our days there are so many voices in the world. The voice of God is them who are very prayerful, who can hear God's voice, and the people who know the true shepherds. That is the true pastors. And the true pastors, to know them, it is also that you are called of God, and the sheep that are called of God. The sheep that are called of God can hear a true pastor who's called of God.
Amen.
Therefore, a false sheep, as we have in our days, most of the people, they are churchgoers. In our days, they say a pastor has no offering. As earlier has been alluded,
Yeah.
that we don't live by what people give to us.
Yeah.
It is true,
Actually,
God is provision.
we even heard that the pastors want their churches to be open because of the offering.
No.
You hear something like that?
And let them know
Yeah.
that we live by faith.
Yeah.
And whether the world is removed and everybody is out,
That's what
God
we-
will still
But
take us.
That's
also-
what Bishop
Bishop-
say.
Yes.
That Elijah was fed,
Fed
by,
by eagles.
yes, by 11.
Bishop,
Uh-huh.
but also they should know, them that say that we live by those offering and tithes, it's God's command
Yeah.
that they should bring tithe to pastor. So even now I will tell them, don't eat your tithe, bring it, because when you
It is a
bring
command.
it, it's a
Actually, it's
command.
tithe and offering.
You must
Yes,
obey.
don't eat it. Even if there is no church going, you know my number. You say, God has commanded it. Give it to your pastor. Tithe is for pastors or for the people who are working in the altar. So it is true, we don't live by tithe, but tithing is a command. Don't eat it.
So every member of the flock should be a faithful tither.
Yes.
Even at this time when the churches are closed,
Yes, must
we
be
should
faithful.
all be faithful.
I want to say this,
yeah.
as my colleague has said, Bishop Minor, that the call of a pastor is to train the sheep, to feed them. So if you feed them, they will get to know why are they called, what is their work, and their work is to listen to the voice of the shepherd.
Actually, that's why I want we dig a bit.
Yes.
The role of this pastor.
Yes.
Yes.
So for this pastor to have the right to enjoy the tithe and offering,
Yes.
is he or she fulfilling the mandate? Is he or she doing the law?
Okay, this is where
What is this law of this pastor?
the law of a pastor? It is to feed the flock of God. Since a pastor, he has another pastor who is a senior, as the Bible says in the book of
So
John.
the pastor has also a pastor.
Yes. Number one.
Yeah.
Let me clarify there
Yeah.
and say that Jesus himself, who have called us, he is the chief
Shepherd.
shepherd,
Shepherd.
and
Chief pastor.
he has called us to be his follower.
Yeah.
And our work, our law is to do the will of our master. So as we feed the flock, we are just feeding them with the word which we get from him, not from us. So he commanded us that we may follow him. So as we are following the master who is ahead of us, our Lord Jesus Christ, who have given us this task to make sure we are directing people to him. We do not gather people to become our members. We gather people to become saints, follower of Jesus Christ. People who can follow the master who have chosen us and called us. So for this reason, these people as they come, the Bible has said, it has commanded them. The people should come not empty-handed in the house of God. So whatever we gather in the house of God, it is money not to be eaten by only the pastor. It has a lot of work to do. There is projects, there is church buildings, there is people who do pray music
And
there.
bills.
There is those people who do evangelism, and there is also pastor. So as they bring whatever they bring, tithe and offering, it has a lot of things to do.
So I'm
But-
trying to think about the role of a pastor because you have talked well about feeding the flock.
Yes.
I think there's also other role,
Yes.
taking care of this sheep.
Yes.
Maybe even when one has gone to the Lord to take care, maybe to conduct the burial, to do evangelism. Are pastors doing these laws, this mandate?
Yeah. So, and to add on top of that, you see, a pastor, as a man of God, he should be able to communicate what God is saying. He should be able to teach. Should be able to counsel the sheep very well, so that they can attain the level that God wants. Because when we see the calling of a pastor, it is in the gifts that the fivefold ministries. A pastor is one of the gift that is given to the people, so that to the person, so that he can equip the church to mature up. So a pastor should very well teach the congregation to know the will of God, to counsel them to the right direction,
To teach, to counsel.
and to guide them, to nurture them, so that they can reach the level where God wants. Because it's God who has chosen this pastor. Another role that I can say, there are many things that a pastor does in the church. He baptizes.
Yeah, he baptizes.
As Jesus Christ commanded, go baptizing them. So he baptizes. Another role that has been added, he also
bury.
he buries the dead.
We want,
In fact,
want you to go ahead.
Bishop, in fact,
And weds the wedding.
the
And
pastor,
also weds the
Yeah.
in fact, the pastor is the one who receives the children when they are born.
And we should the
Amen.
pastor
Because
bury.
once the baby is born,
Yeah.
there is a pastor who is there to receive.
Yeah.
And there is still the pastor who will see off the man when he dies. Very important man.
And you also wed.
When
You
he's
wed.
wedding, you are there.
And you see the mandate of a pastor.
Yes.
Imagine
Yes.
a pastor declares somebody your husband
And wife.
and those people, they don't feel guilt or condemn.
From that particular day.
Yeah, we are the only
Monday.
people who can authorize people to sleep together.
Not guilty.
And they don't feel condemnation.
Yeah.
Any other person who sleeps with all the pastor's blessing is called adult.
Tarry.
And a pastor can also call somebody who has lasted, like Tabitha, to come back.
That's true.
Yes.
We give
Come back
life.
to
The
life.
great mandate.
We also give life.
We
We
give
are
life.
very important.
Mm.
And this is why we are saying the pastor's role
Yes.
should not be taken rightly.
It's big.
We are the people who can speak Corona to go and it goes.
Maybe does the government know
Jesus'
this?
name.
That is my worry now. Because when somebody
Is becoming powerful.
I want to say
Let
also
me
a
say
pastor. Also a pastor. He is the person who cares for everyone. Whenever every person
Anything.
reaches to his head, be it who,
Whoever.
he will call the pastor. The pastor is the final. Hata kama ni serikali, mambo ikienda kobo, lazima mchungaji akuwe pale.
Hata
Aobe.
wakichaguliwa viongozi
Bishop.
ni pasa anaenda na waombea.
I say this one by the grace of God.
Yeah.
When the president who is sitting and his deputy could not be able to contain themselves because of the case that was happening in Hague. I am the one who was called. They even don't know this. But in Gatodo Stadium, when they were supposed to go to Hague, the president knelt down. I laid my hands on him and prayed for him. When the deputy president came, he said, before I speak, the person who has laid hands on the president, I kneel down here. I want to be prayed for before I speak.
Beautiful.
Great.
The
hope
role
they'll
of
remember.
the role of Samuel.
The role of the pastor.
The role of the pastor. Yeah,
They
this is
remember.
great. This is powerful.
I
That's
hope
powerful.
the president
Yeah.
and the Kenyan people
One day you remember you.
Yes. Let me add something here. Jesus,
Praise
who
God.
is our role model, he came preaching, declaring the word of liberty. So as pastors have been given a role to declare liberty in the society. So we as men of God, as pastors, we declare liberty.
Yes.
We declare healing. We free people. We bring the peace, the word of peace
You know,
to families.
even those who are sick.
Yes.
The
We heal.
scripture say, lay
Lay
your
your
hands upon
Yes.
them, anoint them with the oil,
The oil.
and heal them.
I want also to say that a pastor has a big role to play.
Yeah.
Because after the life we are living,
Mm.
which people enjoy,
Mm.
there is another life.
Mm.
And godly feel that those sacred things
Mm.
to the pastors
Mm.
so that they can be able to feed
Mm.
the people with understanding that after living in this world,
Mm.
which people enjoy,
Mm.
most of the people think that the blessings which we do see having like material things,
Mm.
that they are blessed.
Mm.
But the pastor is the person who only feel
Mm.
that there is another life
Mm.
and
Amen.
another kingdom.
Mm.
And he made people to understand
Mm.
that the sleeping, which we call death,
Mm.
is just for a moment.
Mm.
There will be a reselection of everybody,
Mm.
which will be reselected,
Mm.
and the people will be declared.
Mm.
What you have done here on earth,
Mm.
it will cause you to be in a good place.
Mm.
So the pastors are the people to prepare people that they will not go to hell.
Mm.
He teach people, showing people
Mm.
that the condemnation of God,
Mm.
which was pronounced when man failed,
Mm.
it is the pastor who make the people to understand that the life in this world is temporal.
So they are the ones who show the people,
Yes.
even life after death thou shall be,
Yes.
where you shall spend the rest of your eternity.
Yes.
Wow, my wonderful viewer, here
Amen.
there is a lot of spiritual wealth.
Yes.
There's a lot of spiritual wealth.
Yes,
Uh,
Bishop.
Bishop Elizabeth,
Yes.
I remember in the book of Acts chapter number 6,
Mhm.
where the apostles say that they will not handle the issue of the table, and they will take the responsibility of prayer and the ministry of the word. Are the pastor dwelling there in prayers and the ministry of the word?
Not all of them, but few. You know, many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, I look around and I see, okay, you are a pastor, but you take a lot of time to take other responsibility than the word and prayer, because me, I believe you tarry there in prayer and in the word, so that when you stand before the people, you may have the mind of God to them. But if now you from the morning umeshinda ukitembelea watu na ukifanya mambo zingine na haujakaa katika neno na katika maombi, ukienda kuhubiri, utahubiri mambo yale ulisikia, yale uliona, na utaifanya kuwa na word of wisdom or word of knowledge, na hiyo haitawezekana. So a pastor must be in prayer.
As your counsel,
Yes.
pastor must be in prayer,
and read the word of God
read the word of God.
every time. And before you go to stand before the people,
Mm.
make sure you pray, like, for example, pray like 5 hours, and you are going to minister for 30 minutes. 30 minutes you prepare it with 5 hours. Unahubiri dakika 30, lakini umekaa pale kwa maombi na kwa neno masaa 5 kwa sababu ya dakika 30. Unaona? So ukae sana kwa maombi, kwa neno, alafu ukisimama kuhubiri, dakika 5 yako itajibu mashida yote
So
ya
you
watu.
dwell mostly in the word
And in prayer.
and in prayer.
Then-
Reverend Ken.
Yeah.
What
Bishop-
can you add, Rwanda? Yes.
I have something to add, maybe
Okay.
if you can allow me.
Yeah.
In the Bible school that I went through, the understanding is we should, as a good pastor, we should minister to our people out of overflow. You have studied, you have prayed, you have filled yourself.
Yes.
So the overflow is what is supposed to go to your ship. And a good pastor, which I know, will always do that. But we have a problem now because the world cannot tell a pastor and a hiring. Hiring is not a pastor. It is somebody who has gone to business. But he has a title of a pastor, bishop, apostle, whatever. But he's a hiring. But a pastor is somebody who is releasing out of overflow in terms of the word, in terms of prayer, in terms of grace, in terms of love. He is filled up. So he overflows to the flock.
Aya, nikimalizia hapo Bishop. Yesu alikuwa analala mlimani na asubuhi anaenda kuhudumia watu. Ama anashinda kwa maombi, alafu jioni anatokea kuhudumia watu. So what I see is tarry in prayer, tarry in the word, and live a holy life.
Ningetaka kuongeza something there.
Yeah.
Niseme ya kwamba
Is that good as you are approaching to wind up?
a pastor who is called should preach what he live.
What he live.
Glory.
He should be the sample. When people look at a pastor, they should know this is a man of God.
So he should be a man of good character.
A good character, a good sample. When people look at us, when they look at my family and how I stay with them, they should admire, because Jesus Christ, he came to introduce heaven, and he was living like heaven down here. So we who are called by God, we should live a life which we are preaching to other people, so that we can be the sample. When people look at me, and I'm a prayerful person, the follower, those who are following me, they will follow me in prayer.
Yeah.
If I will become prayerless, the follower will be prayerless. And myself, I will cause the people to understand what is in me is what I'm giving them. So a good pastor must portray a good sample of what he's teaching.
So he should live by example.
Exactly.
Live by example.
Daktari, nataka
Yeah.
kuongezea one word.
One word as we are.
Kwa sababu
Wind up.
ya mchungaji lazima atumikie watu wake. Yesu alipowadhawadha wanafunzi wake aliwaambia, tazama kile nimefanya, nanyi nendeni mkawatumikie watu wengine. Wachungaji sio mabwana, wachungaji ni watumishi wa Mungu.
They are no commanders.
Sasa hawa wachungaji kazi yao ni utumishi. Hivyo kazi ile ambayo pia wanaitenda kwa unyenyekevu ni kukutumikia wewe, kutumikia huyo mwingine, kama Kristo ambaye ni mchungaji, the great shepherd, alivyofanya ni kuwatumikia watu.
Beautiful, beautiful. As wind up, I will give Bishop Maina just to wrap up. You represent us.
Thank you very
Give
much.
us the final remark.
Thank you very much, Bishop. I think even as we conclude, if we had another chance, we would have gone down a little bit to tell the world what we expect a pastor to be looking like. For example, who qualifies to be a pastor?
Maybe second
When Jesus was
session
speaking-
of
yes,
this.
Yeah.
We have to have another time.
Yes. When Jesus was speaking, one time he told his disciples, you guys, listen to what the Pharisees and Sadducees are saying and do it.
Yeah.
But do not do what they do.
Yeah.
What they say, listen and do. But do not do what they do. That tells me we have a lot of Sadducees and Pharisees by the name of a pastor. And I would urge our people that are listening to us today, listen to what they say, but kindly don't do what they do.
Don't do what they do.
Amen.
Those are the words of Jesus. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is really beautiful, our wonderful viewer. And I wish that we had all the time. The debate is sweet and enjoyable. It's so educative. I trust that you have learned something. We want to say thank you so much for being together with us, for following this program, and for liking it and choosing it. May the Lord God bless you.